obviously. That is interesting. We will definitely go for this. We can do it twice, man. 12 loyalty, 14 loyalty Kaya. That's a lot. I will do something a little bit wild. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and yesterday we had Esper Avengers, alright? The Planeswalker deck that had really good results, and there are some questions. Is blue needed? And you know what? I like this question. I decided that we will make the same deck, but with no blue, no counter spells. We will clean up the mana base and increase some cool Planeswalkers. So guys, honestly, I'm super excited for this deck. I was having a blast, and I think you will be excited when you see the games as well, because they were pretty intense. If you want to say a thank you for all the Planeswalker decks that were here on the channel lately, don't forget to subscribe. It really makes me smile, and you know, like it's a great thing. And you also get daily decks. Wow, so cool. So yeah, let's go into action. I really hope you will have fun, and tell me in the comments what you think. Alright guys, man, I'm so excited for this deck, you cannot believe. We'll go with the Barons first, into Go for the Throat, into Celestus, into pure awesomeness. Let's see. Oh, we like this kind of deck. We should be fine, I think. That's a good matchup for us. Golgari. Here's the Knight. Oh boy, you know what will happen. It soon will. Alright, Celestus, we can ramp, we can cycle cards. And on the next turn, just please tap out fully. Just tap out. And you're oh, alright, that's unfortunate, alright. I wanted to the end of this one, but I guess I won't. Mirrex is something we want to play. So this doesn't remove from exile, right? Graveyard, hand, library. So this won't get hit and he can keep the cycle going, so it doesn't really do anything. I think he will think about the... Why? Why would you? Mirrex always gets me. Alright, no cut on our opponent's side. So he should play it, the other one, and then something else, and then he taps out, then with the end. Alright, Glissa. Oh boy, that's huge. This is actually a huge card. So I will go for the throw this. Is there anything we want to cycle? I mean, cut down, I guess. Let's see what we get. A sun... Oh yeah, give me some Sunfalls. We probably won't get good targets for now, but maybe at some point. Oh, we are starting to use Crystal Grotto, which is correct choice. Into core deck I think you have space for maybe one, but then you cannot use Mirrex or something like this maybe. So it's always something for something, you know? Alright, that's Sunfall. Oh my... Oh, yes, yes please my friend. Alright, he won't like what's going on here. The question is, do we care about the Emperor? He's going for enchantment, so he can draw one card and that's it. I think we still kill her. She is pretty strong. Is that a Eiganjo? We have 5 mana, we don't need more for now, so I think we actually go for this one. Having Emperor is huge. The alternative would be to lose the thing and make a Mirrex token, so we will have a 4/4 Sunfall token. I honestly don't want anything more. I just want my Sunfalls. So I'm not going for the end right now, just because there's not huge chance that he will draw the third Dread Knight, right? 2 of them in 14 cards is already a lot. Alright, that's more manageable. And that's something we don't super care about. It's still good, but not absolutely amazing. And having the Samurai 3/3 is pretty huge. I'm a little bit low on mana, so I'm thinking twice about this Eiganjo thing. I thought that I would draw more lands a little bit. So we can go for Ashiok. If they want to activate it, it's what? 4 mana in total, right? So this part is taken. So they have 2 mana, they can still use removal on this. They can still use the removal. So I can make the Ashiok to make sure that our Planeswalkers survive. Or I can go for Sorin. and try to draw some cards. You know what? I kinda like this. If I hit the land, I can activate the token as well. Oh, the pain! The pain, Sorin! Why? Why would you do this to me? But this means our next turn should be much stronger. Man, I like the deck. I so like the deck. The end so far not performing super well, but it might change when we see Shio. Also, Sorin seems to be extremely helpful to get our mana to be super low. Alright, not much of a choice, I guess. I did not expect this Shio, but that's a trade, my friend. So he gets some value, but he trades. And that's good for me. For Samurai, that's a good deal. So we could remove it, but I think we just start with plusing Sorin. Bro, I'm not drawing those lands, do I? 17 cards, man, and only 5 lands in those. So go for the throat and what? Yeah, I mean, we will draw a card, I think. I could Sunfall as well, but I think that's not the best. He really wants to activate the cottages. What do I do for them? Exile target creature or planeswalker. So I can kill a manland with this one. But then I don't have mana for the other thing. So I think it's go for the throat here and then the token for cottage if they activate it. I think that's the play. This way we also cycle and we need this card though because I cannot miss more lands, man. Like, we have 26 for a reason. Virtue of Persistence, probably the worst card right now, even though it's a great card. And it pains my heart to just discard it, but I think that's what we have to do. So they might go a bit all in and just hope that they can kill hit Sorin. But don't forget, even then they're not really guaranteed. The 6 loyalty is huge. So they're under a lot of pressure and they should go white, which makes Sunfall absolutely amazing. Do they know about this one? Yep. That's the one. I see. I see. Alright, because why not, right? And they might hit Celestus with this. However, that's not the worst. It's not the worst. I will definitely take the black mana from this. Hurts. Absolutely hurts. There's no... Okay, one life difference. So I think we are going for it, man. Like, I don't love it, but at least I will see his hand. Shell under... Man, it's so freaking stacked. So they don't have any more Nissa. First, let's see the hand fully. Alright. And now Virtue of Persistence, Besiege the Mirror. They have still some planeswalkers and a lot of planeswalker removal. So that is brutal. We needed to waste the full effect just to get rid of this, but at least we have Sorin, right? This is what I need to do for a land, man. Can you believe it? I think this is Elspeth turn, probably. Land. Bruh. This deck hates me. 20 cards. Man, I'm just fighting for my lands this game. However, we will play like... Oh no, I'm short. That's so bad. That's honestly so bad. So we can go Elspeth and plus, but then we have nothing. Because we got Celestus removed. We can go Ashiok and double block, which means that we probably lose Ashiok for free. They can like remove one of the things. Right? That's 2 mana. And they can underdog, for example. And also this has menace, so he kinda can choose the target that he removes. I can go Emperor. Emperor might be the best here. So I think we just pass the turn. It hurts, man. At least we can go... The best blocks we have is go for the throat into the token. And the token can block something like Cottage. Go for the throat can kill Shell. Here's the underdog. Alright. We got it. That means no Cottage, so that's kinda okay. And Glissa. I mean, I think I know what to do. But man, it's so hard to play without your lands. Oh boy, like I could do so much if I had the mana. Like I need 4 mana more. At this point I should have like 9 mana, and that would be like Elspeth into Emperor into Go for the Throat freaking thing. And look at us. They really want to Emperor this? That's a wrong attack in my opinion. I don't think that's good at all. They need to use Sharded. He really isn't sure what to do. I see, I see. Isn't this like best for us? Like I'm not fully sure I understand his strategy. Because that's alright, the cottages. The cottages are the missing element, but we can start making please lands! Please give me my lands! Oh. Shuffler, what did I do to you? I cannot even +1 right now because if I'm hitting the wrong thing, I'm so done. I need to do this. No way around it. Man, this is how I need to play to, you know, buffer my absolutely horrible drawing skills. I'm still at 5 lands, man. At turn 11. Alright, Sharded is probably the best case. Let's see what the other play is. I really fear the cottage. Alright, so they're going for the lifelink. They kinda won't burn us. With cottages probably. I mean I have to remove this. 2 life is too much. I cannot risk this. We draw a card. Still no lands. Can you believe? No lands. Man, this deck has 0 lands in it. And I cannot draw because I die to Shah. This is absolutely... Man, this is actually ridiculous. What's going on in this game, man? Non-artifact. You aren't artifact. That's something. The problem is that I kinda need to check with +1 of Sorin every turn just to be able to even have a chance for a land. Yep, this is what you can do if your opponent won't hit. Normally we would just play Kaya and get it, and he would scoop. But if you don't have mana for anything, it's a very different game. Oh man, I'm so salty. Can you believe? Like, I still cannot draw my lands. Please, Shuffler. Oh my god, there are lands in this deck. Alright, one more. So we could make sure that, yeah, the problem is that with Ashiok, like, we do the thing too late a little bit. But we have options. Right now we start to have options. Do we attack with everything? Can we raise him? What he gets? Shah? Or the Turtle? Turtle is pretty devastating, man. I think we need to be super defensive. Because the Turtle means he might activate both cottages. So we need something really good right now. I think we need the lifelinker. Please. Emperor is great, but Elspeth gives us the lifelink that we desperately need right now. It also means defending will be a bit easier, and we still have the removal. So I mean, we need to work with it. He went for the Shrouded, which I think might be the better case for us. When I played an Eternal Wanderer, this doesn't matter too much. I mean, it matters, but not super much. That's Elspeth. Sure, we already got the token, so that's something, and that's super expensive. Gets one of his last cards. So I'm kind of... Oh, this hurts though. This hurts. Let's see the final decision of the game. Alright, he went for the token. We know everything, we kill Shah. And hopefully we can play Kaya and steal the Virtue of Persistence. I think there is a chance. I think we still win this, but I'm not fully sure, honestly. So I could play the Wanderer and kill everything and have a really good situation, but they still have the Virtue. Or I can just get rid of Kaya. I don't pain myself. I honestly think it's a better case. Like, stealing this stuff is absolutely huge.
More than Phyrexia. First you, then you.
That sounds... What? I mean, sure, that was absolutely legit game of Magic, my friends. Nothing special here, just shuffler things, you know? Alright guys, going first. Alright, this is a weird hand, but it can work absolutely insane if we draw the correct card, so we will see. The Irencrag makes all the difference, man. Like, if we can hit Elspeth quickly, because of you know what the deck will be, right? Wow, some hard choices for our mono-red opponent. You know what is really impressive? Being at the bottom of Diamond with mono-red. That's the impressive part. And if they had selection, I think they have chosen the worst card. We are going definitely with the ramp. Like, from all the 1-drops, I think Chick is the worst. Swift Spear sets up better for like next turns. Yeah, they had Swift Spear, they decided to go for the Chick. So they will do a lot of damage, but they're down to 4 cards already. And I mean... So we could remove everything and go from there and then set up the Elspeth, or go a little bit risky. What is their best play? They probably have more Monster Rage, right? They might have Squee. Let's wait this turn. We don't really get the use of ramp, but we need this as a land, so we needed to play it as soon as possible. So this way we make sure that we have all the mana. We can even go Vraska on the next turn. They should know that something is up. We fought for a long time and decided to not play anything, so it is obvious we have removal in the hand. Or we are super bluffing, but that's not the case. Our mono-red opponent just... Oh boy, oh boy, this is interesting one. Our opponent definitely trying to go into grinding, you know, this high quality mono-red gameplay by playing 2-drop with haste. That was not seen before. Yep, you will also attack. What a crazy story. Alright, we get rid of the Chick. We get rid of adversary. And we pain ourselves just a little bit to make game harder. And they might play land into 1-drop. Mishra's Founder, sure. I think this is better card for this turn, because it makes the Lifelinker, that is already a huge problem. And so they kinda want to hit this and this at the same time. If they had hit this, they won't have enough power for, you know, all the loyalty, unless they have the perfect hand, but, you know, we are trying to work around it. This new anti-sharded card that, you know, mono-red super needed to be absolutely dominant. I think it's 4 mana with a discount, so it should be around 3 mana. They can activate the Mishra's Foundry, but then they just hit for 1, which is not what they want, and then we can try to go Vraska. We could even start plussing. We don't have anything in the graveyard, so ultimate from Elspeth doesn't make a huge difference. Man, our opponent plays like he's the master of highest, you know, most complex control deck with 5 colors ever. Meanwhile, they're playing their hand. Wow, this must be such a hard decision, man. Oh, mono-red players, never change. Yep, some high quality. Wow, that would remove a blocker with a burn spell and pump your creature. That was super secret knowledge. Wow. Oh boy, some quality math from our opponent. So he's down to 1. If I play this, she will be at 2 loyalty. That's not too much. So I think we won the vampires. They're pretty good against this kind of stuff. We will lose Sorin probably, but at least we have a chance of hitting either Mishra's Founder or Swift Spear. Sometimes they don't bluff attacking, so they know if they can attack, right? 1. Alright. There's only an upside, right? Unless they have play with fire or something like this. And as you can see, that makes a lot of difference. Yeah, Let's make another. And we also get the lifelink, right? So that's a huge difference. I could play the Emperor, but I don't think we need to. Even if you want attack, we just play the Emperor, -1, and then we go Vraska and kill Godric. So Kenzan is really good. Also, it makes very possible that we make a blocker. Yeah, I think we should win. That's not good enough. Yep, let's resolve the cheek first. And now we make a perfect blocker. They should just leave the game. Oh, the evil laugh. And here's the story of how to be mono-red player not in Mythic. Alright guys, we are going first with Celestus and the Populate. I cannot resist this kind of hand. We start with black mana because we kinda need double black for Sorin. I guess we need double white for the Populate as well, so shouldn't make a huge difference. Alright, so this is not the most glorious turn, but because we are on the play, Scurf doesn't really matter. Right, Scurf just started to matter. And that's a cut down. I mean, we will see. We'll see how it goes. We'll also see if he's super greedy, because with the Populate we can remove the board one turn earlier than he thinks. So he won't be able to kill us in time. And that is pretty huge. Alright. First strike, 3 damage acquired. That's a lot. So this will be full swing on the next turn, right? Do we get rid of Screlf? You know what? I don't think it's a great play, but I still think it's acceptable play. Also, then he might play another Screlf if he has multiples. We remove a little bit of damage, and we make sure that on the next turn we can play the Populate. So, our opponent knows next turn can be a sweeper, and if he goes for the Peacekeeper, which was the worst case, he could tax only one of those. So I think we should be fine. This is the big hit for the turn. Yes, crying. Yep, aggro needs something to give card advantage. Makes perfect sense. This is a great depopulate board, but we might do the Sunfall more, right? Because we get bigger token this way, and depopulate is cheaper for the future. They don't have multicolored creatures, so there's no downside. I guess the no exile is the downside, but it should not matter. Yeah, they won't be able to kill it, and that should be the game. They cannot really fight this. We just make double strikers until they leave the game. They could try to hit Brutal Qatar, I guess, but then we just depopulate and do the same thing over, now with Sorin. And the fact that they have only 2 power in the board means this cannot be killed, and that's the huge, that's the huge part. We need some power honking skills, because we are winning this game. Adversary, one of the few cards that can instantly pump the officer. However, it won't allow it to attack. Because we can trade, and we will. True. So that is absolutely amazing for us, and we can also trade on the next one. I don't mind it, I will just make creature every single turn. I could go depopulate, but I don't even need to. As you can see, it took him a moment, but he understood his spot. So going for man, we might hit Mythic pretty quickly here. Alright, so this is not the perfect draw, but with Cutdown and Sorin I guess we have to deal with it. I'm a little bit scared. Kaya is that card for a very long time, so we probably won't get her going. And against Control deck we don't really have much. We need to play Sorin, it will get countered, we have nothing more. So yeah, that will be scary. Fortress is decent draw. We would prefer Mirrex in this situation and its Mindbreaker version, which is even worse. I don't think we can win with this hand. I honestly don't think we can win with this hand, man. Yep. They know we are not an aggro deck, so they will just get all of the counter spells, man. That's it. This will get countered and I'm out. That's kinda the... Yep. And I had to do it now, because otherwise he just plays the Fateful Mending and does nothing, and I don't have anything else to pressure him. I mean, I need to do those things. There's no way I'm winning game otherwise. Alright, this sticks. We need some more planeswalkers, man. Man, if this sticks, we have a chance. We might have a chance. The end can be really strong if we hit something strong. Like Emperor Jace, of course. Here she is, but she's not enough to absolutely kill Ashiok. That's why we didn't care. It's just 3 damage, and that's why plussing planeswalkers is so huge. If they don't have a card for card removal, like, it's so hard to just remove stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't get cut down. That's a big deal. But we can use the fortress maybe. It's kinda last resort, but you know, it is what it is. And I will keep plussing. Alright. We can go for Kaya on the next turn. If we play Sunfall, I mean, he didn't have counter spells. That's really important, man. So I can okay, cut down is kinda useless right now. We could go for Sorin. I think they don't have counter spells. We tapped fully, so it not even make disappear. They drew 1 card since then. I guess if I remove the Emperor, it kinda works. They will use the Fateful Mending and the end step, right? So I go with the end and what? Nothing more? Nothing more. Alright, let's try. Next turn, Kaya. Oh man, it feels... it doesn't feel great. Let's go for the upkeep stop in case they don't do anything. Memory. I could also go for the Samurai, but I think hitting Emperor is huge. This is one of their big cards. Alright, Twilight. So Sunfall will be absolutely insanely important. Alright, let's see the deck. You can copy it. 4 Jace, expected. Something I would prefer to use. It seems this Realmbreaker version and Lockdown version is super popular for some reason. Not sure why. Double Field of Ruin. Alright. I'm a little bit surprised they don't play more Emperors. That's usually a pretty good card. Yep. now they know what we were supposed to do. If they didn't tap out. They have Otawara. That's something to consider. Alright. So they cannot kill it, but it also means it will be hard for them, right? Maybe they drew counter spell, maybe that's it. I would love to cast Kaya. Do we? If they don't have a counter spell, that should be game. They know about Ashiok, they bounced it knowing that we can recast it instantly. This plays around make disappear as well. I think we really need to do something this turn, like huge. So it's either Ashiok or Kaya. I don't want to give him Scry, that's super strong. I will go with Ashiok, I think it's good enough. And it plays around make disappear, so that gives us another shot that he needs to find a very specific one. And they went for it, so they had make disappear. That's good information. Of course we do not play. So not playing Kaya was a good call. Even though we cannot use this mana, we forced basically removal on the Samurai. So we could go with Sorin. Or go Kaya. We have only 1 spare mana. They drew 1 card. This is not a Memory Deluge turn, but they can cast Fateful Mending for 3 and still hit a hard counter spell. I think it's Sorin then. We want them a little bit tapped, or at least the turn when they go for Memory Deluge. Alright, they are fishing for a counter spell. Man, so close. We're trying to force them into doing stuff. And I think 13 damage is pretty good. Let's hit it. While it's not the perfect draw, it makes our next draws a little bit better. Alright, we have Sorin. I hope that they will cast the Twilight, then we Sunfall and have some good stuff. And they probably cast it for full, right? 3-6 tokens. Now Memorators. Alright, so this is the turn when we have to play stuff. We see the card first. Very bad card. Probably the worst.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Alright. Not where I wanna be, to be honest, but this is where I am. Memory Deluge trying to hit a counter spell. They didn't go for the big one because then they cannot have. Is that a counter spell? No. No.
A whole legion of enemies.
I don't think they can answer. Let's start plusing. It helps with Sorin, and Sorin ultimate might get them. I think this is the best play we have, man. And we need to bait the Twilight, then we Sunfall it, and then we're kinda okay. Hopefully. More lands, absolutely love it. First, let's do this. I don't want to give him the scry. We reveal everything.
Blood for knowledge. A fair
Alright.
trade.
What do we do with Kaya? Is that just damage? They definitely want Memory Deluge, but they might have something like White March, Cut Down. So the Fortress will probably die. Drawing 2 cards feels amazing, but man, Scry 1 hurts. I will go for this. I'm not sure if that's the right call.
Let me get a read on this situation.
Alright, but man, that... If they tap out, this is a win con. Alright. Still, I think we play it now. Just, you know, pressuring those hard counter spells. They need every counter spell to be hard. Make Disappear just doesn't cut it anymore. At all. And if they do, they cannot cast Memory Deluge. I'm not sure which chapter we are going for. I kinda missed the Lethal? No, I needed those cards, right? Because if I had +2, he would be at 16, then we ultimate, then he's at 3, and then I +2, but I wouldn't get those cards, right? So do we go for an additional turn? I think we go for full chapters. I'm just trying to flood him with value. Those are some bad cards. No. Is Mirrex good enough? It feels super bad, man. It feels bad. And this is mine. I need more Planeswalkers, man. Not where we wanna be. Let's not reveal. I mean, we can hit it. Hail Mire. Alright, another Mirrex. Alright, let's go. We could try to go for the Fortress. No, I think it's this. So we go Celestus, then we have 3 mana. Extra mana is important here. And then we go Wedding Announcement. Which might get countered if he has Make Disappear. But that's still worth it. Alright, we have some pressure. So we stack the threats. Right now he would really like to cast Farewell just to start and get rid of all the enchantments. Even White March is like what? 6 mana just for Urza Assembly. So we kinda make huge threats that force him to spare part of the turn to answer each one of them. And he probably cannot answer all of them at the same time or during the same turn. And when he taps out, we go with the Fortress. Kaya probably leaves. Definitely we are counting heavily on Sorin to ultimate. But he doesn't seem to have counter spells anymore, and he doesn't seem to have edicts or anything like this. I think he kinda cheated his control deck so he cannot answer those things, and we can absolutely punish him for it. Alright, cut down. We have a land for this turn, so let's go like this. More Sunfalls, yep. We still have those. Alright. I'm going for it, man. I'm taking the risk.
Tragedy befalls us all.
But Sloth, why are you talking about the edict if he doesn't have black mana?
Return to the
I mean,
dust,
you are
Sorin.
kinda right. Yep, probably something I should probably notice.
Your time's
Alright, so we can attack him with this. Yeah, I think we go with the Fortress. We just go for the full siege mode. Especially that we have so much mana, we can pressure him on multiple fronts. Oh, don't forget it's lethal. I don't think it will work, but it will cost him a little bit. I hope that he needs to invest a little bit more mana into this. Let's take the mana, maybe. Maybe we go with Celestus. Oh right, it's sorcerer speed, so we cannot. 1 damage is still decent. Alright. 1 damage acquired, so it's not poison game, but this might just kill him. I want to do something super weird. It's good play, but we don't have enough mana. This makes token 1/1 basically instant speed lethal. But we don't have enough mana, and I really want to use Mirrex. So we are not going for it on this turn, unfortunately. So we have multiple lethals, right? Kaya. Alright, going for the answers. We do not respond to this. So he needs to kill Kaya. He needs to kill this and the Might token. And then he needs to follow through, right? Because we can do the Mirrex thing every turn until the end of the game. Unfortunately, he knows about the Sunfall, which kinda sucks. Which means he won't go for this play. If he didn't know about it, he would probably cast it, life gain a lot, then we Sunfall and drain him even more. 28-33. Alright, Rainbreaker. Don't forget he has many Jaces. It might be our last turn, but we're at 33. We probably don't want to draw more cards. And I mean, he needs to respond to Kaya on this turn. Because we will activate her twice on the next turn. He literally needs to do it now. He can force Mirrex, but that costs him a little bit of mana. He has Memory Deluge, but that's super high investment. It's most of his, energy. I don't know why I called it energy. I just didn't want to repeat mana again, but yeah, it's mana. That's pretty cute. I really like this board, man. And this goose. The goose is pretty cool. Like the video if you like the goose. Alright, so what is he's going for it? Alright. Life gaining, because he's kinda forced, but this is very interesting part, isn't it? Alright, so do we Sun for this? Yeah. Yep, we do. He knows about it, by the way. Obviously. Oh, that is interesting. We will definitely go for this. We can do it twice, man. 14 loyalty, Kaya. That's a lot.
That's just a start.
I will do something a little bit wild. Because we can do it. And we have perfect mana to do. Man, I really enjoy this match. We have so much to do. We have exactly 4 mana. If he has Make Disappear, which seems to be the case, I think this is Make Disappear. He left the mana. You generally don't play like 1. And he used 1 so far, so the rest is in the hand. I need to be careful. I cannot draw cards, man. I have like 2 turns before I die. Maybe he kills me on the next turn if he hits the 3rd Jace. So, we choose the creature.
I'll finish this here and now.
And I can cut down right now. Now I go like this. Wait, let's cast the cut down first, in case he wants to counter it. He cannot go on the casualty because that kind of defeats the purpose. A hard I love it. So Mirrex at dance step. Or a double striker at sorcerer speed. I think most of his stuff will be like sorcerer. Oh, this might hit, but they don't play mana. Alright, let's go like this. I might regret it a little bit. But that's a free value, right?
You're coming with me.
And they can still make Mirrex token at dance step, and I get pretty decent board. Oh boy. I don't want to draw this card. Even though I would love to cycle it, I don't want Jace to be a win con yet. Oh, it feels a little bit too fast. Is that a triple Jace? It feels like triple Jace. Please don't do this. I think he has the mana. Yep. But he's not going for it, which is absolutely huge. I will also decline the basic, I think. That gives me more time. I'm pretty sure he has 2 of them. And we exile the Emperors, right? This is the game where we saw that there are 4 Jaces. Mana is great, but not super needed. And he's like, what? Bro, 2-color deck? How do you not have basics? And I'm like, yeah, I have those. He should start playing Jace. Alright. Yep, that's good for him. Oh, please stop live gaining, bro. Just stop live gaining. How much can you do it? We are great, man. Kaya is doing some serious work
It's
here.
what you deserve.
I mean, I'm creating pressure. And you know what the interesting part is? Nah, we cannot. We prefer double striker, just to grind him out of the stuff. I could Sunfall this and make sure that I have a 1-1 at instant speed, but that means Kaya doesn't kill him. So we just go for more. Yeah, I still have the other creature, but it's sorcerer speed, so it doesn't make sense. Like, he can remove it at the same time, so it's better to just have a double. Oh no, it's starting. Alright, I think I know where this is going. He has 12 mana for triple dice. Let's just see if he has all of them. Oh. Oh. We might have a turn.
Can be made to obey.
This is... so he has 2 Jaces, I think. Oh boy, I cannot do anything about this one. This is a win con, but it won't work. Right? He ate her. Yeah, he has Fateful Mending as well. Oh boy, this is brutal. So I cannot burst him. I need to go for loyalty. Also, don't attack with 2 creatures. So I mean, I'm at burn range. He might counter it. Yeah, I think we lost. I think he had a little bit too many answers. This will get removed probably. Let's see. And even if not, I don't think that's enough.
This won't affect our greater plans.
So close, man. So close. I don't think we can do anything here, right? We could Sunfall. He's going up to what?
You're not safe
This is
from me.
4, 6, 3. We need 1 more creature. You know what? This will be the wildest play ever, but I think it might work. If anything works,
We can
this
win
is the play.
together.
I'm sunfalling my stuff. Oh boy, this will work very bad and everyone will roast me in the comments. But I think it's reasonable play in this situation. He's going for full crazy memory damage and this will hit Jace and we are getting milled. 43. I'm pretty sure this is a good game. So let's preempt, because we know with memory damage there's no way he's not hitting all of the Jaces. He's already super deep. What? No way. Man, it's like last 18 cards. We didn't hit single Jace except this one in the board, right? Yep. Is the miracle happening?
Organic minds.
Alright, that's something I did not expect so far. Is there a chance? So I can hit him for 6 damage total. 7 damage total, but we cannot go for the last one. Let's remove the board. I could Sunfall, but it's too slow, right? Right now, I need to push more. He probably also has something here. I need to keep pressuring. Man, we are 20 loyalty with Kaya and triple planeswalkers. It could not be closer. No creatures, right? From anyone. Is there a way to win this one? So we can remove the token, but we can just use March for it. Alright, so I did a mistake. I shouldn't go for Virtue. I should just Sunfall, I think. But we can still try to make it work. I cannot really attack with this one, right? Alright. Now we activate this guy and see what the removal is probably. Alright, he's... man. I can already see the Jace in his hand. But if we burn one of them... man, it could not be closer. He's at 1 permanent. Oh no. Fateful Absence is really bad remover for us. So it means we are going for the double striker and we get Mirt. Like, I'm sure this is the turn where we lose. But man, I think that we did a really nice job. Maybe I misplayed at some point of the game. I probably did. I will just read the comments. But it was a good game, I feel. But yeah, I think he had too many answers mid-game, right? When we were pushing for river, maybe I should use the fortress a bit more sparingly. Because this yeah, here we go. Yep, and here's the second Jace. But what can you do? 14? Yep. Let's go for it. Let's give him the animation. I think he deserved it. We both did 7, 48, 20 loyalty on Kaya. But unfortunately the Jace got us. Yeah, if I kept the end and not used a damper, maybe we could catch the Jace. Maybe that was a good play. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I honestly had fun with this one, and I think we showcased a lot of power in the deck. Alright guys, so let's talk about the deck, because I think that's super interesting. So we basically cut 2 counter spells and we increased the removal. I think it was Virtue of Persistence and the End. So our early game is a little bit better, and we have the End, which is can be devastating against Shardred, Jace and Emperor. I think those are 3 biggest targets. You can also exile the Dread Knight, and basically for the blue Planeswalkers, so I think it was the big Teferi, we have Ashiok, because they are both converted mana cost 5, they draw cards and then they create creatures. Honestly, Ashiok might be in some situations even better. For the other one, for the small Teferi, we went with Sorin the Mirthless, because it can create, you know, card advantage. And instead of untapping lands and creating mana advantage, we can create those vampires. So I think it helps a little bit against aggressive decks, especially Mono Red. You have seen in the games, Mono Red just hates this guy because of the lifelink, and they usually can remove one of the vampires most of the time, but the second one just gets them very often. And we have Elspeth and Emperor on top of this. We have Wedding Announcement. If you can get the Wedding Announcement to flip and then you play Sorin with vampires, they basically scoop to this. So even though we don't have Shardred, we absolutely have really nice matchup against Mono Red. Of course, we need to hit the right cards as usually, and I think we got rid of one of the depopulates, so we are a little bit lighter on the sweepers, but because we have Virtue, Liliana, and the End. So we have like 3 removal more. In the end, we don't need so many sweepers, and they're more versatile, so they kind of offset the fact that you don't have counter spells for, you know, control matchups. That sometimes hurts. We also go Restless Fortresses, we have Mirrexes, so we can pressure from different sides. And yeah, I was really happy with the results. I wasn't able to play a lot of games, and it's sad because one of the best games was not showcased because I didn't have the space on the hard drive, so I was like, you know, finishing with a great speech that this is how you beat Control. We beat blue Control deck with this one super nicely, but you will never see it, sorry. I just had to share this because, oh man, the existential pain when I realized. So we went 4-1, I believe, and you know, I know it's not the most games, but you know what's funny? I got nearly the same results as yesterday with the Esper version, so I think we're onto something. I think those Planeswalkers are really doing the job, because yesterday it was 75% win rate and this one is at 80 right now. So it seems in line, so that's why I don't mind even the smaller sample, because it kinda seems to be in line. So we won't rumble too much, and guys, tell me in the comments, do I rumble too much? Because I really like those end parts. I need to make an intro very concise, you know, for YouTube things, but generally I really am, you know, appreciate and just like talking about those decks, because I think there's so much to, you know, unpack there. So tell me in the comments what you think. And about the deck, I like this version. I think it could be even more competitive than the Esper version, but I'll be honest with you guys, I prefer blue. And I honestly feel it fits my style a little bit better because I'm usually trying to, get those sneaky wins with a single counter spell, and I bait my opponent just to make a play I want him to do. And when he does, I counter the stuff and win the game because that was planned. So this is my style. I really appreciate, enjoy this kind of games, and I think I'm pretty good at them. So for me, stylistical choice is blue. However, this one might just be stronger, and one card I'm not fully, certain is the end. It didn't fully perform for me. I think you can find something different, so that's your bonus for staying until the end. The end. That was funny. Alright, so guys, I really thank you for staying until the end. I hope I didn't bore you to death, but Magic is such a cool game, so there's so much to talk about. Tell me in the comments if you enjoyed it, and see you tomorrow, guys.